You see them with discipline, the way they talk, the way they are writing everything. So, if a teacher is not disciplined, then he or she is not a teacher. It's not a teacher. Discipline in the sense that, in those days when you see a teacher, you want to, I hope my teacher will not see any, you want to make yourself presentable. Because you know that the teacher will not open any door for indiscipline. The way a teacher talks, a teacher doesn't utter vulgar languages. It's discipline. A teacher doesn't dress anyhow. It's discipline. A teacher doesn't behave anyhow. Discipline. And that makes the pupils or the students to respect the teacher because it's discipline. Then number 7, observation. Observation. One of the duties of a good teacher is to observe. You study. A child used to be very, very active in the class, and all of a sudden, that child is modest. What is wrong with you? You start hitting the child. No, you need to observe. This child has not been doing like that. Come, what is wrong? Are you eating today? Even the secondary school students I see. So when I see so, I just put my hand. I want to know. This child is dull. What is wrong with you? I say, no problem. You must observe. Look, what is the cause of this sudden change in the mood of this child? Why is this child doing like this? Somebody is eating, and the teaching is going on. You will not be able to concentrate. But if you are not observant, you won't know. Somebody is playing game, and he's doing like this. You will not. If you are not observant, you won't know. They are exchanging something between themselves. If you are not, so a good teacher must be observant. Stand up, everybody. Sit down. So you need to watch very well. Then number 8, am I right? A good teacher is respectable. He must be able to command respect. He must be able to. If a teacher does not command respect in his class, those students will not learn. They must be able to see you as somebody that is respectable and to learn from. They must see you respectable. Do you know why a mother cannot teach her child effectively? Because the child doesn't respect the mother. Mommy, I will not do. I will not. Can he do that to his teacher? So, but if a teacher has reduced himself or herself to that level of the mother, then the child will not learn again. The mother will be there. I will report you to your auntie tomorrow. The child will be afraid. So let the level of respect that you command, let it be helpful to the child. Then number 9, a good teacher is passionate. He has passion. Passion. There was something that happened along the line that people advised me. You get another job and do something. I said no. You see, it's inside of me. The passion to teach. The passion to teach. A good teacher is passionate about teaching. He teaches with passion. And you see, you can't affect the life, because I told you a teacher is a model of influence. You can't influence the class, you can't influence another fellow if you're not passionate with it. Even if you are saying the wrong thing, if you say with passion, they will take it. A teacher teaches with passion, and that's what is making those whose brain is dull to get it, because it has been pushed. There are some things I have been taught in years back, I cannot forget again. Why? Because those teachers, they did it with passion. That's why a teacher must be very, very careful. You know, if I think maybe, okay, I wrote it in one of my books, Secrets in Training Children. I said, if an engineer makes a mistake, a life or two or so could be destroyed. If a doctor makes a mistake, a life could be lost, or one or two lives. If a judge is biased, maybe some lives, one or two lives could be lost. But if a teacher makes a mistake, not just a life, not just a class, not just a generation could be wrecked. That's why a teacher must be very, very careful. Very, very. We are dealing with that. Doctors are dealing with half alive, half dead. We are dealing with real life. Real life, people that are sound. So whatever you impact in them, you carry it forever. So a good teacher must be passionate. Those who are selling wear, if I'm selling this now, I don't need to be passionate about it. If you buy, if you like, buy. If you like, don't buy. It will be there. But as a teacher, it must be with passion. You teach with passion. And the last point, a good teacher is contented. Contentment. This is what is lacking today. That is making, and it's not only in Nigeria. In the process of writing that my book, I made some research. Teaching profession is suffering not only in Nigeria, even in America. You understand? So notwithstanding, we cannot quantify the benefit that we're going to derive. We can't quantify it. Contentment. If we want to run the school business as it should be run, there won't be much gain there. I'm telling you the truth. There won't be much gain. But with contentment, we can satisfy our conscience. We can be able to do the little we can do and wait for God to reward us. Yes, in those days, the saying was then in those days that a teacher's reward. A teacher's reward is never. But the present generation of teachers say no, a teacher's reward must be earned on earth. So they begin to do everything. This is how much they are collecting in oil sector. This is how much the banking. No, you have to see. So we begin to put in all kinds of things to make gain. If you want to do it the way it should be done, we may not be able to have as much gain as they will have on the other side. Because if we are going to have that gain they have there, we are going to introduce some things that may not, work with the ethics of this profession. So that's why we must be contented. As long as we are able to make our ends, we are contented, we are satisfied. Knowing well that some of these pupils will see us later. Look at the Commissioner for Education today. You see, my younger brother, he told this. I have some people that, if I mention the people that have come out of me that have schools in this Ogun State, I can't mention less than 20. So this my younger brother, the same father, the same mother, he had worked with me, so he went to establish his own school. So I was now talking to, he said, sir, the Commissioner of Education today taught me when I was in the university. You understand? He was a teacher. So Is teaching career that brought him to what the level he is to. So the government was like, this man, come, look at him today. So he couldn't have thought he would be a commissioner, but he was doing what he was doing with all sincerity. Some of these teachers, some of you later, a child does, auntie, you don't remember me. And put you in position, reward you later. And besides, great is your reward in heaven. Because without teachers, so there will be so many touts, there will be so many hooligans, there will be the people that are carrying gun and all, it's because they didn't have people to teach them. If the Boko Haram people, these kidnappers, if they have teachers to teach them, would they be where they are today? So what you are doing today, you may not know the impact until you stand before the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, say, come, you have served me, because it's not until you carry Bible you are teaching before you serve God. In your own area of calling now, you are serving God. And I pray that the Lord will strengthen you and give you the encouragement you need to remain in the profession and be duly rewarded in Jesus' name. So let me finalize with some of the, I don't even know how many minutes we are having, but are we together? Yes. All right, thank you. I want to give us some, I want to come down to add to some areas like KG, nursery, and primary. I think those are the classes we have. Kindergarten, nursery, we also have secondary. That's good. That's lovely. Now, for the KG teachers, our KG, when we were in the ages of these children, we had not started school. We were still at home. Nowadays, if it were possible, parents want to register their pregnancy in the school. I say, let him start from the pregnancy, be teaching him. So those children, they are still supposed to be in the custody of their parents, but they brought them to school. So don't stress them too much. Don't stress them. What you have to concern them with, let them be reciting poems, rhymes, alphabets, songs, sound expression. These are the things. Look, if they have the ratio must be ratio 1 to 3. They are writing. If they write 1, they must do 3 of those other things. Ratio 1 to 3. But if a teacher is not well experienced, he will write it very well, wasting time of a KG 1, KG 2 child or writing. No, and the job, your effort will not be well known when the child gets so because this you can poem. They want a KG 1, KG 2. The child gets so and say, and you see, at that level. That's what they want to know. So you concentrate more on poems, rhymes, alphabet, songs, sound expression, and so on. Then also sensitize the public's interest in drawing and painting. Draw it like this, turn it this way. You know, we have to teach them to twist their wrists. So even if they are writing jargon is part of what they need to know. So good, write is write good there. Yes, don't worry. So let them learn how to paint. Give them color. And for those of you are using whiteboard, make use of, for the KG, if it is this board we are using for KG, use a colored one, this thing, marker, red. Use red for the light things that are glittering. Write it boldly. Let them see if you are drawing ball, draw it with red. So they will pay attention to that. If you are using chalkboard, use color chalk to write for them. Then lay the foundation of alphabet and number writing. You are not to teach them how to write, you are to lay the foundation. When they get to higher class, the foundation will be properly built upon. But through the foundation, you are how to manipulate their wrist. They have learnt that. How to write 1, how to write 2. They have learnt that. Then how to write this stroke, and how to cross it. They have learnt that. Then make the pupils develop interest in school activities. You know, the Yoruba, they call those children jealousy. Jealousy. So let them develop interest in the school. So the school is so resumed now. There will be a lot of cries. Hey, my mommy, I want to go home. Is that not? Those new intakes. And even those who are not new intakes, the few periods they have stayed at home, they are now used to home place. So you have to make the school activities interesting. Let it be interesting for you. Don't bother. Don't give them too much bother. I'm talking about KG1. If a child is closing, what is the next thing to do? Let him go sleep. Go to sleep. I continue. So that's that level. So you sing with them, you dance with them. If there is TV, play TV with them. So is the child that will say, Mommy, even on Saturday, you go and carry shit. I'm going to. There is no school. You say, Mommy, I'm going to school. What is that? Mommy, I'm not going to school. So, because he doesn't know why he's going to school, you have to sensitize his interest in school activity. Then, no flogging, no bullying. Even got to buy a better man. Change that show. She to buy more. To buy show them more better. Doesn't know. So just be accommodating. Take care of them. You keep washing them, especially the Amokejuan, Mama Yagbesara. In those days, I could remember a child came to our church. She has finished our work now. So, ìgbà tí màmá ẹ̀ ní lágbájá ni, wọ́n rántí nǹkan tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀. You know, when she was in KG1, ó yàgbẹ́ sára. My wife, as a teacher, ilé wọn jìnnà sí. Take her, what is nonsense? Take her home. You don't do that again. You wash it, take care. That's what me about in school. They walk. The child continue the studies. So then the exercise books must be properly utilized and managed. Properly utilized and managed. So you are let it be well used. You cannot tell a child, break out your number one. A KG pupil. No. You are the one that we bring it out, write for them, and give them. You can't, even their bags, you have to know their bags. Oh, but of the way Ojosi bag guy, no, put it. You bring it out when you need it. So their books, exercise must be properly used. A teacher should not write in the pupil's book without first drawing the margin. The margin must be there, and you write the date. And you write what you are writing. Maybe it's letter A, letter whatever. You write it before the child begins to write. The margin must be properly determined. It is your own duty. And you don't use hand, use ruler to do it. Then Feed the puppies with patience where necessary. It will not be in the delight of the parent. A parent has taken her time, a mother has taken her time preparing maybe rice and putting egg and something, and the child brings the food back home. The mommy, I'm back. The mommy check. Then what will be in the mind of the parent? If you are the mother, because they feed the child at home, so they expect you to also do the same. Even though you may be very busy, you must check their bag, check their lunch bag. Oh, you come and eat. That child, so many of you have children already. Mama as if that food is eating into your own tummy. So you take time to get the lunch. The parents will know that so iṣẹ́ wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin lower class teachers here very very well. Then most of your time should be spent demonstrating, assisting in writing, and sensitizing the pupils, and not be too serious on the board. You must be with the children. Even some of these things that I'm talking about KG are also applicable to nursery. You have to be with them. You write with them, practice this one, practice it. No. You use your eraser, you clean it, you write. So that's what you do about. You go about assisting them to know what to do. So I've said you always roll margin for them, and whenever there is light and the TV is available, make use of the TV. So always check their bags for their homework. Always check their bags for their mark, and also fix the right book in the right bag. Avoid mix-up. So the nursery teachers, many of the things I've said concerning the KG is also applicable to nursery. So then ensure they can write independently. So when they begin to get to nursery classes, the child is advancing, and so must be given higher tasks. Let them begin to write independently. From KG and nursery 1, even from nursery 1, I think they can be writing from the board. From nursery 1, so begin to teach them, because if you keep writing everything in their book, they won't be able to write from the board. So you teach them how to write such, and how to be able to be independent in their writing. Then make sure their books are properly tagged. Well, in the new session now, they'll be bringing new books, new textbooks, new notebooks. Write the correct names. You see, all these things I'm putting down, I will put them down from experience. So, write Toluwade Johnson. Write it on the book. Because if you just put the books down, you say you write it later, come and mix up. So as they are bringing the book, you take the time to write their names there. If the parents have not written the names, so our parents you have our mix. So you have to tag it properly. Then one thing I don't want to forget to mention is that let us learn to write the correct spellings of the names of the children. Every parent has a reason for naming the child the way they name him or her, and they don't want you to change the child's name. There is a boy in our school, he's called Ibrahim, and the way I'm used to in writing Ibrahim is Ibrahim. So when I wrote this, the mother said no, Ibrahim. H-E-E-M. That's their own. So if you write the other one, you have not written the right thing for the child. So from the office, go to the office, sir. Is this name how it is written? Some will put in their own Shola, S-H-O-L-A. So whatever they call it, that's what, because it can affect the child later if it is not properly written. So let's write then let's not shorten the names of the children. If a child is Olushola, write Olushola at the back. Especially in the result, write Olushola, not Shola, because they are not the same thing. So that is that. Then identify each child's peculiarity and see how to be of help. Each child's peculiarity. That is, a child may be slow in learning. See how to help that child. A child may be too rough. See how to help that child. A child may be restless. See how to be helpful. A teacher is a psychologist. A teacher is a doctor. A teacher is everything. You have to see how to tame the excesses of the child without being violent. So look at the peculiarity of the child and see how to be of help. So then let me go to primary teachers. Drill them always a multiplication table. You drill them. When they enter the class, let them recite their multiplication table. You can share it from class to class. If it's the primary 1 pupils can learn it to table 3, while primary 2 we go from table 1 to table 5, and primary 3 from table 1 to table 8 till they finish table 12. So everyone, then the metric tables too. Let them know it. 10 millimeter make 1 centimeter. 10 centimeter make 1 decimeter. 10 decimeter make 1 meter. 1,000 meters make 1 kilometer. You see, they will need it anywhere. That thing, that little thing, one man needs the university. Tom Batimo, while are they? Those who want to do science, you give them millimeter, you ask them to convert to meter. If they don't know that, they don't know how to convert it. So that's why they have to know it from the beginning. Then give them time to read individually, aloud, and correct them where necessary. You know, individually, you read. To back academic, you take it up. You take it. Let every one of them read. It helps them to develop confidence in reading. It helps them to. It also helps you to know where they need help, where they are lacking. Then concentrate at impacting them positively in every aspect of writing. Concentrate at impacting them positively in every aspect of writing. In writing, there is this child this SS2 student that I teach. The handwriting is too poor. You will need to call him. What did you write here? Before you know what he wrote down. So, I told the mother, I said, buy 2D exercise book for this one. Let him come and be learning handwriting. Because if he doesn't know, if he doesn't have the required handwriting, that is vanity. So, in every way you can assist. Some don't know spelling. You teach them spellings. You have to that. In fact, some of them you have to tell the parent, for 1 hour after school hours or during break. All you ask them, you give advice to the parents to look for somebody to help them in this area. You are becoming a consultant. You know where the child is lacking. So that because it will be at the end of the day, you will benefit from what it will make your own work easier. Then always solve their QR with them after marking. You know, you gave them work to do, you mark, you solve it for them. This one is be like this one is like this. Before you give them another one, you solve it for them. Always ensure ruler is used for ruling. Ruler is used for ruling. Don't allow children of nowadays, they are in a hurry. They believe it will waste their time to put ruler and to start ruling. So they just put and they just draw it. You have to make sure you correct that. Let them use, if you give them a triangle to draw, let them use ruler. They must use pencil.